On your corner, in your corner. This is WJZ News at 7.
We are also live at the Goodwill Retail Store and Donation Center in Towson with a look at how you can stretch your dollar. We'll be right back. This morning, Goodwill is helping communities stretch their dollars with DIY ideas and also giving items a second life. Joining us live this morning is Jonathan Baylog, Chief Marketing and Communications Officer for Goodwill Industries of the Chesapeake. Good morning. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good, good. All right, help us wake up a little bit. Tell us why DIY is having such a big moment right now.
Yeah, first of all, it's a beautiful day. I heard the weather, and it's wonderful out here. So get outside if you can. Come to Goodwill. As you know, thrift is booming. You probably read about it sitting on TV, and I think a lot of people are shopping our stores and looking for great deals. But I think one of those areas, like you said, is DIY, do it yourself. When you come to a Goodwill, we like to think a lot of our products are ready to go, but also we have a lot of great deals that include products that you can give a second life to. And I think, you know, with some economic issues, people trying to extend the life of items, we've really seen an increase and an enthusiasm for DIY. And I like to say that a lot of people get nervous. I myself don't know everything, and we don't know what to do. And I think there's a lot of resources and a lot of fun things you can access to take items and make them even greater.
All right, we were reading about this idea of repair economy. Are a lot of people coming to the stores to find items that they can repair themselves at home as well? Absolutely, and you'll see here the first one that really jumps out is furniture. We have a bunch of items here we're going to share, but the first one is really furniture. I like to think of DIY as functional, fashion, and fun. And the functionality you're mentioning is like you can take furniture for those of us that have college kids or kids maybe moving out. This piece of furniture is $8, and you can refinish it brand new, awesome for a first apartment. Wait a minute, Jonathan, you said that is $8.
This right here is $8, if I'm reading that right, and I am. It's $8.
Wow, so yes. They can literally
we have great deals here, so.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's amazing to see that people can literally take something, renew it, and only pay $8 for it. That's awesome.
With a little bit of elbow grease.
Yeah, with a little bit of elbow grease. We're going to talk a little bit more about that in the next half hour or so. But Jonathan, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you guys in a bit.
Thank you so much.
On your corner, in your corner. This is WJZ News at 7.
Still ahead, learning more about DIY projects that will help you and your items last a little longer from the Goodwill Retail Store in Towson. We'll be there. We'll be right back. We're going to head back out to the Goodwill Retail Store and Donation Center in Towson. We're joined by Aaron Sugar, Marketing Manager for Goodwill Industries of the Chesapeake. Aaron, good morning to you. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you? Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. We have been talking about DIY all morning. We saw furniture, but what are some other simple fixes that anyone can do?
Absolutely. There are so many ways to turn your second chance items and give them a second life when you're finding them at Goodwill or a thrift store. In front of me, I have a lot of kind of different things to show you today. Here we have some thrifted frames with thrifted art. There are so many different types of art books that you can find in Goodwill. You can open up to any page and grab some art, put it in a thrifted frame. You can also use thrifted textiles to create different patterns in the backs of your art and make different mats. There are so many different opportunities to create art or decor in many different formats. There are so many things of wood and decor that you can paint, decorate in different ways at Goodwill. Over here in front of me, I have a scrapbooking section of art where you can see that we have some pictures that were taken out of a book of floral bouquets from weddings and turned into a really beautiful piece of artwork ahead of me. Over here, there are also a ton of different kind of tchotchke items that you can DIY. You can take something as simple as a napkin holder or maybe a letter opener, and if you mounted that on a wall, it could be a way to put up a picture. There are also a lot of little trinkets ahead of me here that you could turn into magnets and make a gallery wall on your fridge by adding the back of a magnet to them. Over here we have some candles. There are so many ways that you can decorate candles like this, whether using wax, parchment paper, items from nature. You can also take any kind of bowl or Tupperware situation and put wax and a wick into it and make your own candle. With Mother's Day coming up, there are so many opportunities for glassware, whether it is making a vase, putting a light fixture in it and making something new. There are so many ways to change up all of the different items. We have a lamp here that might have even been DIY'd in the past with some seashells, but different ways that you can change this are swapping the lamp, DIYing a lamp. There are so many options. And then something else that I just wanted to touch on are different types of frames and wall decor. You could use this for storage with scarves, hats, beanies. You could put flowers in it.
Wow.
You could use it to store art. There are so many opportunities. And then the other thing that I wanted to mention that we really see is, especially with the crocheting and knit coming back, you are also able to take thrifted fabrics and kind of deconstruct them and use the yarn or use the fabric into other projects as well, whether that's crocheting, knitting, needle pointing, things like that.
Whoa, Erin, I don't have nothing else to ask. You told us all of it. Thank you so much. You gave us a lot of different ideas
Of course,
this morning.
thank you.
All right, we'll check in with you all again.
There are so many opportunities.
Yes, so many opportunities. We'll check in with you in about a half an hour.
On your corner, in your corner. This is WJZ News at 8.
We're coming up on 8:15 now, and we're going back to the Goodwill Retail Store and Donation Center in Towson, learning how easy DIY projects can save you money. We have Zoe Baskerville, Marketing Coordinator with Goodwill Industries of Chesapeake, joining us. Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well. Good morning to you.
Good. All right, we're talking about clothes this time. Tell us about how wearable transformation and how secondhand clothing can be easily updated for style and so much more.
Yeah, so I feel like with the rise of fast fashion, we've gotten really accustomed to, buying the next thing, new, something different, constantly, all at an affordable price. But I think unfortunately that contributes to a lot of textile waste, and a lot of it ends up going to the landfill. So a more sustainable and just as affordable way to, refresh your wardrobe or take something that you might not normally wear into something that you would is to upcycle it. And I think upcycling can be a little bit intimidating to people if you don't know how to sew. But there are lots of no-sew ways that you can get started and try different types of dyes and fabric paints to refresh things into something that's affordable and personal and can last you a long time if you're buying, higher quality fabrics from the thrift store.
I love that. And all of this is also about sustainability too.
Absolutely. People buy clothes constantly just because it's like, a micro trend. You wear it a couple times and throw it out. So a lot of that stuff ends up back in the thrift store. And, if you are into a trend and you miss it, you can always just go to the thrift store and find it. And, when you're upcycling clothes, you're being more sustainable, but you're also finding something that's even more personal and more unique because you did it yourself.
A lot of this is available at the Goodwill location that you're at. Tell us a little bit about that and where folks can find you.
Yeah, so we're actually on the Goodwill in Towson on York Road, and all of these things are available at, our Goodwill. Some of these clothes are just kind of plain blank, like I made this into a bridesmaid's dress, but it was originally just a plain white dress that I found at the thrift store for like $10, and I made it myself. So, you never know what you're gonna find at a Goodwill or a thrift store that could be your next favorite, piece of your wardrobe.
Wait a minute, Zoe, let me find out you're a little fashionista. I love it. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you.
On your corner, in your corner. This is WJZ News at 8.
We're going to head back out to Goodwill, the retail store and donation center over in Towson. We are joined by, Jonathan Baylog, the Chief Marketing Communications Officer. Jonathan, all right, we talked about clothes, we talked about so many different things, but what are some practical steps people at home can do to get started?
I think start small. I think sometimes we have we get excited and we want to do 10 projects at once. I think just starting small, pick out a fun thing you want to do, something that's practical or something that you just want to have fun with, and get started. Start small. There's a bunch of resources. We have them on our website. You can go to YouTube, obviously, and find a ton of things. So start small, have fun, and create something great.
I love that. So a lot of people say, oh, Janae, I don't have a tool belt, I don't have a drill, but what are other ways people can do to take that first step?
Well, we actually sell tools here and tool belts, so if you need to get one, you can come here and grab one as well. But I think there's like so many different arts and crafts stores where you can find the things you need. So I think there's ways around that. There's ways to find tools that are easy to use, and you can start simple there as well and just build out your collection.
Yeah, and this is not only helpful just to help save you money, but it's also sustainable and helps our environment.
Yeah, we are in Earth Month, but at Goodwill, I think every month is Earth Month for us. We're always about sustainability. We're about second chances, and it's really a big focus of ours all year round. Obviously, we celebrate it a lot in April, but really all year round you can do this. And Mother's Day is coming up, so get out there and make your mom a great gift.
Oh, yeah, we all know moms love a good homemade thing. Jonathan, thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely.